So right now, I am really excited to go into another chapter of our retouching, and here's the work I truly loved when it's about the colors, because it was one of the most challenging work about the colors. The images were very raw, so I had the challenge to get what's best on them. So that's why I'm really happy to have this beautiful set over here. Photographer for this set was Zuzia Zawada, and the beautiful model, of course, is Megan. So this is already processed image, and this was the starting point. Let's jump straight into analyze. When we look at a raw image on this example, we can see two colors, and the natural reaction would be, well, let's work with complementary colors. Though, when you would look at the rest of the image at the set, the blue background is not something that stick to the set. This is something that was actually very different. That was very random choice to me, because that was street fashion, so we don't have the solid background that we have under every image. So I had to think what would really gives the character of this image. And I come up with this idea that working with analogic colors, because I have a lot of reds as well on all of this image, what if I would go more with the reds and get into purples and try to work with more analogic color harmony, and in this case, of course, accented analogic harmony, because we still have this blue color in some ways, but it would be rather be applied to analogic blues, purples, and yellows dominant over here. So let's see at our color scheme designer, and analogic colors, as I mentioned, we have the purples, yellows, and blues. However you can see this as an accented analogic, and though it was absolutely these colors dominant, and the purples were something that dominated this set. And also, as you can see, other image after raw processing looks very similar to this first example, though the raw itself looked very different. So I had to push it back to the direction to make this looking as a set. And here we have another challenge. We have this image which has totally different background, and I want to make this suitable for this set. We have different background here. We have a little different tone on the code. So we will have few challenges to do. At first, of course, I will jump with the highlights. I'm just going to knock down them just a little bit, because I don't want to add myself more work under this image. And it would not be that necessary over here. It will be, the texture is very strongly visible, so I wouldn't be worried about the basics that much. Remember, before you start, you can check the color balance, the white balance, of each image. And as you can see, the white balance had to be corrected on this one. And now this image had also different white balance, which I stayed with, because it was actually suitable for that. As you can see, I could make this more into natural colors, but it wasn't suitable. So I had to really go creative with this set to adjust them a little bit later. So what I would start with this image, after the shadows and after the highlights, I would go to the local adjustments and try to work with color editor, advanced color editor, to push up a little bit more of the colors from the background. So the first thing I'm going to do with the colors, I'm going to take a sample of the color of the wall, and I will just push it up. Probably it will require few tries, because the color is very different. So I know it looks weird just working that way with this, but well, we don't have that much choice. Maybe more into blue. And right now I would like to try with the color balance, because it can help us a lot. and it does. Like, I couldn't resolve the big part of this just by pushing this up, but as you can see, the big part of this purple color was the color balance. If I would go with the color balance more into blues as I was doing in the other examples, I would not reach the desired color I have over here. So I really have to push it a lot into this direction to get the purple colors I wanted to. The one thing is you will be able to mask it if you are worried to affect her face, though on this example is just alright. Then let's go to highlights and let's add a little yellow on the highlights to make this right. So we are nearly there. I'm going to see maybe once more if I could get even better. It doesn't affect the color much anymore. So that would be something I would end this. Okay, I will stick with this color. Of course, we could go a little bit down with the lightness, trying to improve the saturation for the better color. And now we are getting similar, but the issue is that we will have more things to resolve in Photoshop. Let me see if I can do anything more with the shadow. Can do a little bit more over here, and that would be the processing I will end for this image. And also what I want to show you in the next lesson, how you can achieve similar results in Camera Raw. So this image, it's not exactly similar, and I know this image was a little different, and it's everything to resolve a little bit later, but we need to get the main theme done on the raw level, because later it would be too difficult to work with it.